Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on a challenge layout that I did for this summer, and it is using a project recipe from Creative Memories called Planes, Automobiles, and Trains. And this is the layout, that sample that they give you, and the cutting diagram. Well, not the cutting diagram, it's actually the layout design. On the back is a cutting diagram. So it chooses 1, 2, 3 designer papers. And let's see what else it says to do. It uses 2 sheets of a cardstock for the base. They use brown. Use the 12-inch trimmer to cut everything. They used a punch, a border punch, a BMC, which is a border maker cartridge, to punch the borders here and here. And that's basically all it is. So I'm going to follow. They give you 2 other examples of it too, so which was really helpful. I'm going to be using some of Pet Palace, or not Pet Palace, Pet Palace Punch, but it's a Go Fetch paper collection from Creative Memories, which is still available. The stickers and the matte pack and the punch. And I'm going to be using these little puppy pictures from when Blitzen was born 2 years ago. And I cut him down. That's him with his mama. He was a single puppy. And that's how big he was. He wasn't even as big as a dollar bill. And there he is trying to roll over already. And this was 1, 2, he was born on the 28th of December, so he's like 5 or 6 days old. He was so cute. All right, so these are the photos, and I tried to gear it to the photos that they had on this description of the project recipe. And let's see, I'm not sure if I've used any of these papers yet. So this set of papers has cards that you cut apart, and then on the back, if you don't want to use the cards, you can use the color. So it has the gray, the yellow, the blue, the red, and they all have different sayings on them on the other side. It's a Rough Life. I could use that one, but I do like that brown. You Had Me at Woof, that would be good too. We Are a Dog Family. We're Horse Family too, but that's okay. Unconditional Love, that would be good for the ones with my granddaughters. All You Need Is Love in a Dog. Puppy Love, that would be useful. Life Isn't About Dogs, but it should be. Yes. Love is how excited your dog is when you get home. Oh my gosh, that is so fitting. But not for him. He was just a little baby. He didn't know yet. Dogs Are My Kind of People. Who's a Good Dog? Those are cute sayings. All right, so the actual paper pack. And I need 3 of these. Now, Creative Memories uses their designer paper for their mats, photo mats. I generally use cardstock, so I probably won't be cutting the designer paper and using it for mats. So let's see what we've got. Blue with a stripe. And all of these papers go together. This isn't available anymore, but the mats are. The matte paper is. These are little balls. And a lot of tonal paper, which I really like. And this has a real subtle dog sayings on it. And then paws. All right. So let's see what we're going to use. If we look at the photos, it's so cute. These 2 on the side, so it's mostly black and white. We got a little purple here, but we don't have any purple in the papers. And then we have white and some red here, so we could use red. So this can be one of them. Or I could use this one. And then the brown, of course, I think will go really well. So this one goes with that brown. The table brown here. a little bit with this. Let's see. This I think might be too busy. The yellow, that might work. I could use that in a very small amount because it's very busy. I don't think the stripe would go. I don't think the blue would go. This brown. You know, I like the other tan better, but I do like this for the paws. We'll see. All right, so take the project recipe and let's see. So these are photo mats. That G, B, and A. A is right here. B is right here. And where's G? Right here. There. So they use the other side. So I could use this busy paper for those. All right, so that's one. Number two, we have H, I, and M. And M is the punch the shapes out of it. So H, that's that one. I, that one. So it could be something that would be, I think the red would look good for that. Yeah, I think the red would be good for that. And then this one has N, O, and P. O, P, and then N. So it's back here, and then this portion behind here. And I think I'm going to go with this brown for that. So now we have to figure out what color cardstock to put on the base. And I think I'm going to use an off-white. Let's see where it would be showing. It would be showing all in the back of these, that brown. Instead of that brown, it would be a light colored white. And if I punch the shapes out of the red, it would show up good. And yeah, I think it might be okay. So let me pull that out. I also want to mat my photos, and because see, this is the off-white that I'm thinking of. Even though she's white, the puppy's looks off-white. Might mat the photos. Let's do a dark chocolate brown. This dark chocolate brown. All right, so we're gonna cut our papers, and this one was this one. Okay, so it says on here A is 1.5 by 12, and on this cutter, the 1.5 I'm going to measure on this side. So the 1.5, and it doesn't cut until you press down. So there's the 1.5, and then I have a 2 by 12. So we'll go by this side. So 2 by 12. These are photo mats, so I need a 2.5 by 8. So we'll do 2.5. And 8, so I'm going to cut off 4 because these are 12 inches. And this is scrap, so this is the one I need. All right, and this is scrap too. The second one was the red one. And we're going to cut 2 by 12. And a 1.5 or a half by 12. 1.5, 12, a half an inch by 12. So again, switch to the side. It's just easier. And I always go back and forth, but it cuts through the first pass. It's just a habit of mine. All right, so those are photo mats. So this is for punches. So we'll save this. And the next one is this one. And we need a 3 by 12. And a 9 by 9 and a 9 by 3. So we're going to turn the paper and cut the 3 inches off. And then we'll have the 9. All right, so all of our cuts are done except for our photo mat. So let me do that. So I pulled out the paper. Now my photos may not match the mat sizes that are on the cut diagram, so I need to make sure I have the correct sizes. So let's see, this is 1, 2, 3 and 3/4 by 5 and 3/4, 3 and 3/4 by 5 and 3/4. Okay, so I can get this one 4 inches by 6. I have to pull the arm out and put the little stand up so that it's secure. Okay. Okay, so I have those 2 photo mats. Next size. These 2 are the same. So this is probably confusing you as much as I'm confusing me. I'll go by the 0. 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So we'll do another 4 inches. And we'll do 5 1/2 and 5 1/2. And right to the edge of here is 5 1/2 where the cutter cuts off. And another 5 1/2. All right, so those 2 are done. All right, so what do I have left? I have, this is the longest one. This one, I'll go by the 0 again. 5 1/4 by 3. These are the same, which is 3 3/4 by 4 1/2. All right, so I'll be able to get 3 3/4. So what was that? I'm going to double check. 4 1/2. So 4 3/4 I need. 4 3/4. 4 3/4. For those 2. Now this one I have left. Not quite gonna fit. So I get another piece of the brown. And this was 3 inches wide. Yes. Okay, so I'll do 3 1/4. And I may cut the title out of this color, so it's okay. And the length again was 5 1/4, so 5 1/2. Okay, so these are scrap. We're done with the cutting for right now. Get this out of the way. I'll map my photos real quick here. Before I do this though, I want to make sure I write down the dates of these photos. They may all be the same, they may not. So I've got 1, 2, and these are the baby ones. 1, 4. Because he grew so fast. 1, 6. 1, 2. I'm going to put them in order of date. 1, 4. And then these two were 1, 6 and 1, 7. All right, so Mallory was 1, 7. Okay. Now we're going to put our paper together. So here is the off-white. Let's bring our recipe back in. Where was this piece again? Oh, it's right here where they use it for journaling. This is not going to work for journaling. I could matte white over the top of it. That I can do for journaling, and then it would have that brown outline. So that is a possibility. Okay. Using these project recipes just makes it go so fast. All right, so now let's lay our photos out, and then we can adhere. Perfect. All right, so we got to punch the border. I haven't decided what border I'm going to use. I could punch a bunch of these dog houses and line them up. Let's see. And I was going to use the red to punch that out. So let's punch one. Let's see, I could punch, let's see how big they are first. Oh, that's cute. I could alternate too with the sides. I could do one with the brown and one with the red. All right. I like it. Right. We could have maybe a little border along the white journaling box with these. That would be cute. All right. So I have to find some off-white to go in there, which I don't have. So we're going to save these. I'm going to adhere everything down. Let's see, I think they probably went about an inch from the bottom, I'm guessing. So let's line this up and see. I'm off a little bit down here, so good thing with the repo, I can pull it back up and realign it. Much better. All right. I'm going to put the dog houses down now. You can use a silicone mat. The adhesive won't stick to it. I'll line this up. So let's see, it'd be red, brown, red, brown, red. I don't think I'm going to have enough room for all of them. I'd rather have them spaced out like that. All right, so we'll put the two outer ones and then the middle one, and then I will line up the other two. And that way they'll all be spaced the same. And they're an odd number, right? Doesn't it say odd number? You're supposed to do everything more pleasing to the eye for whatever reason. All right, so we're at 11 here and 3.5 here. So let's see, well, we're at 4.5 and 10.25. So if I get my 0 centering ruler, not that one. I don't know if I have it down here or not. Let's see. This is the one. So let's have 3 inches from that. 3 inches from that. So right around in there. I'm going to guesstimate. I don't have to be perfect. So 3.5. Yeah, that looks good. If anybody gets their ruler out while they're looking through my scrapbook to measure to make sure I have the correct distances, then I'd be very surprised. So I'm not going to fret about it. Those look good. Okay, so now we'll start with a red one on this side. And we'll have room for a brown one. Kind of want to have the same distance here because that part will probably be showing. Now we'll put the photos down. Oh, we got another house here. Okay, so this one's going to go down first. And with repo, I'll be able to pull them up to put the mat underneath it. And they have these photos just a little tilted, so we'll follow that. I think the dark brown just sets them off nicely against this lighter brown. So I think that was a good choice on those photo mats. So this is going to go under here. Like that. And then, let's see, this little guy is going to go here. And she's going to go here. And let's see. This one can go at the top. This one can go at the bottom. And this one will go in the middle. All right, that looks good. I think I'm going to do these two first. I did cut these photos so that they were the same width here, and all of these are the same width, so they all line up together. And I'm going to overlap this one just a little bit. I don't like to have the photos lined up exactly with the cut lines. I like to have them overlapping a little bit. Gives it a little interest. So we'll try and have the same amount of border here and down here. And again, we'll put it over this one just a little bit. I'm not going to press it too hard. Of course, it is repo, so I can pull it up. And this one will fit nicely in here. Okay, that looks good. I can get them lined up here. There we go. Okay, so now I need a photo or journaling box here and a title. Okay, this matte layer was 2.5 by 8, so I cut the inside to be 2 1/4 by 7 3/4, so it would fit perfect. And then we have the bones to attach. And I thought I'd bring in the stickers. There is one other item, was the borders that are here and here. And I didn't punch any of those out, so I thought maybe I could see if there's any stickers that would be good. I haven't used any of these yet. Let's see. Nothing there looks good. These border ones would be perfect. And there's Puppy Love. And oh, we could use Feeding Time for here. And I think that'll be good enough. All right, so I think if I put this one on here, it wouldn't show up because it's too busy. Good Dog. It might. No, I don't think that would show up either because the outline is brown. So I think the only one that would work on this side is the paw prints. And when I put a sticker like this down, I'm going to put it over my hand instead of going like this and have it could stick somewhere. Stickers are pretty sticky, so you don't want them to stick if you're not ready to. And I wonder, oh, I think it would look good right there on the border. Let's do that. Yeah, that shows up really good. What do you think? I think that showed up really good. Really nice. I like how that looks. All right, so the other side. We'll do the same thing. And we're going to have the paw prints going up, right? Yes, they're going up. All right. kind of covered up a lot of that strip, but that's okay. The most important thing is the pictures, right? All right, so we'll get these babies set out. Let's see. Red. Red one. Brown. Red. All right, so we have 4, 9. So we'll have 1 on each end, 1 in the middle, and then 3 in there in between those. So that'll be easier to line up. I'm going to use a liquid adhesive for these little guys and some tweezers. Put this down. It's 8 inches long, so 3 and 11. And I don't want too much glue oozing out, so I'll tap it off on some scrap paper. Put that in the corner. Right. So 7 is the middle. I mean, if it was on the 0, it would be 4. If that makes it easier to understand. I'll do it there. I hope it's in frame. All right, so the next one I'm going to do is in the middle of those two. So let me move those out of the way. And we're at 4 and there. I'm going to eyeball it. Sometimes it's easier to make it not in line. But you don't have to worry about it being straight. Just make it however you want. So this will be a 2. If I were using repositionable, I wouldn't be so worried about it. With this glue, once it's down, it is down. And I have a couple seconds, but I wouldn't be able to go move any of those, is what I'm saying. I think that looks pretty good. All right. And now we can adhere this down as well. Come on, photo, get up there. There we go. All right, some more stickers, I think. There they are. What ones did we decide? Oh, Puppy Love. We can put this here. Let's pop this up on some foam. I've got these foam adhesive squares. looks pretty good right there. All right, feeding time. And we can pop this up too. Where they just fit. Here's some more. Yeah, I think I like it there better. So I put it here, it might, you could decipher it to mean this photo, but it's not. It's this one. All right. All right, I think this is done. I just need to do my journaling, and I'll do that off camera. So I hope you enjoyed watching this quick video with a project recipe from Creative Memories and the Go Fetch collection. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.